Fanfare?
Poor Steve. He's getting tired.
And we are currently at $1,099.
Hey.
And
Nice.
yes, we had gotten 2 donations last hour. Our big winner, I want to thank Lisa and Baz for donating. And Baz is our big time donor for the hour. So he's going to get everything that we had announced.
Holy crap.
From the last hour. And for this hour, we have our special guest. So in his honor, we are giving away 4 comics that he has signed, as well as the where did it go? I just had it. As well as the City on the Edge of Forever book that he also signed in, and what is that word? Remarked?
Yes.
So
did a little remark on the inside of it.
Yes, that was totally awesome. So these are this hour's prizes. So
And
thank you.
And our guest is, besides, again, our wonderful friends from the O Sport Show. They're still here. We love them very much, and they've been so amazingly patient. But we do want to welcome our wonderful guest and our table mate at the Star Trek Las Vegas convention this year, which is artist IDW, comic book artist, and other artist as well. He does more than comic books. He's an amazing artist all on his own, J.K. Woodward. Welcome back.
Goodness.
I know, right? We have a whole fake audience
Are we
and
really
everything.
In our 14th hour?
I know. 14th hour.
Are you sure
Thank
it's 14th?
Yeah.
Not
Yes.
13th?
Is that how long you guys have been at this? 14 hours?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
We have 10 more to go.
10 more. Boom, boom. Halfway. We cry.
More than
Hey,
halfway.
JK. Oh my gosh. How are you, sir?
Remember how we
great.
all were on the
Good.
last day of the convention?
Yeah, we were pretty grumpy.
Yeah, this
Except-
is how we're getting now.
Yeah, well, until Dr. Dickerson came by with those martinis.
I don't remember
Whoa,
it being
whoa,
grumpy
whoa.
at the end of the convention. I remember being really happy it was over.
It was like, I was going to say, you were crazy busy. You
What
had
martinis?
a line. What?
What martinis?
Oh, Dr. Dickerson, Joseph Dickerson came by with the Dr. McCoy kit extraordinaire with martini glasses, and martini made fresh martinis for her. Oh, you're right. You weren't there
When was
Oh.
this?
during strike
During what?
when we were striking the.
I remember John Van Sitters from CBS came over with beer.
wait a
but
minute.
I
That
don't
was
remember
fun, too.
martinis.
I was there
You
when we
remember?
were striking down.
Oh, we had beer. Yeah, Dr.
was there for the
Dickerson came by
beer.
we came by with martini. He made martinis. It was fun.
No, don't just. How did I not get
Was-
a martini?
It was fun. All right, I'm just
Wait,
saying.
wait. John Van Sitters brought beer.
For us.
Yeah.
What brand of beer was
I
Licensed.
think he brought like Romulan ale.
You
And...
brought like
Yeah.
Romulan ale and the 50th anniversary beer and the Klingon Warnog, and it was awesome.
it? Damn.
Yeah, he came over and dropped several 4-packs for us, and we drank them immediately. It was great.
As
It
you
was-
do.
Yes, as you do. And it was very fun. But welcome back to the show, JK. And then thank you very much, by the way, for agreeing to be commissioned for our big grand prize for the fundraiser for the G&T and Busy Little Beaver Productions, a fundraiser. And that's going to be a commissioned piece of the winner's choice, really. So thank you very much. We appreciate that very much. You've been very kind to this podcast.
Well, I owe you guys because I had a great time in.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Oh, Nick, by the way, shot.
What?
Uh-oh. James Kerwin says, shot.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
For every donation of $50 or more, Nick takes a shot of some vanilla vodka.
Oh, can I do a shot? Can I play?
Yeah, sure.
If you like.
If you want to Yeah, sure. Go
Go
for
ahead,
it.
We're
drum
not
roll, Billy.
responsible for
God,
any
I
dead
hope I
brain
don't have
cells,
to do a
though.
shot.
I was just about to take my medication, so hold on. Let me take the shot first.
Oh God.
I thought the shot was the medication.
No, I have to take my anxiety
He's
meds.
gonna
Again.
pass out in about an hour.
You ready for the drum roll?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, fucker.
And what are you doing shots of?
He's
Vanilla
vanilla
vodka.
vodka. Ew.
Vodka,
Just
fine.
sounds
Vanilla
gross.
vodka? Ooh.
Yeah.
It's
I-
all we had in the house.
I don't have anything. I would trade off with you, Nick, but I don't
This
have
is my
anything
cross to
tasty
bear.
except tequila, and I'm not breaking that bottle of
This is my
tequila.
cross to bear.
I'm
Better
sorry.
than Romulan ale.
Ew. Yeah, I guess that stuff's illegal.
Oh, man. I'm starting to feel.
Oh,
I think it's like 10, Don.
so you now what were you gonna say
Man, I've
before?
done so many shots. Don Burrito's looking good.
Let me ask you something. You guys are doing 24 hours and you're making this poor guy do shots?
Uh-huh. It's awesome.
It was his idea.
They did it last
For-
year
on
too,
both
JK,
accounts.
and we did it for 25 hours because we did it during daylight savings.
Because
of the
we
day.
didn't know. And somebody said, turn the clocks back. And we were like, shit, there's an extra hour in our show. This
That
year we
was
don't have.
hard.
We did 25 hours last year, and by the end, we were smelling the colors.
It was the Packlet version of the 24 hours of
You know what,
G&T.
now that I think about it, it would have been much more fun for me to come in an hour 24 because I bet that's a lot funnier.
Well, if we can
In
make it
some
funny.
ways, it's much sadder.
All right. The last time we spoke when we were at Star Trek Las Vegas, there was a great conversation where you actually wanted to talk about non-Star Trek stuff. And I thought, okay, now that he's here and we have our 24-hour show and Nick is online as well, that we'd all get to talk about things other than Star Trek. I mean, the fact is we don't get a break to do this very often. So it is really kind of fun to just shoot the shit about other stuff.
So our first topic is Carlos Danger. No, I'm kidding.
Before we get into that, I do want to congratulate JK on the announcements of the Star Trek Alien crossover.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Oh,
remem-
very
I
Very
was-
cool.
Nobody.
I was very enthralled by the artwork you had on display in Vegas.
No, which
that
you never
couldn't
saw
really
because
talk
it's-
about.
I wasn't supposed to show it.
Oops.
Oops.
No, I actually had a couple of pieces in my portfolio.
But it's okay. We talk about it now. Yeah.
No, it's
okay.
fine.
Cool.
I had a couple of pieces in my portfolio which were ideas that I was trying to, like when I first heard the idea of the project, I did them about a year ago, and me playing around going like, oh, this is a great idea. Here's some artwork, and it wasn't even production artwork. It was just kind of, and I put it in my portfolio because I thought this project actually got canceled. I thought something fell through. Heard anything about it for a while, so I started like putting it in my portfolio and taking it to. I only recently heard that the project's going through, and when I say recently, I actually heard about it about a month after the last time I saw you. Yes, it's announced now. I mean, like everything's happened really fast, but we've been like sitting on this for about 2 years.
Huh.
Yeah, the whole thing kind of just all at once. It got greenlit, and then
Wow.
Oh, no. JK is popping in and out.
oh, am I?
Yeah. Are you
Sorry.
on push to talk or on voice activation? Do we know?
No.
Yeah.
What is voice activation?
It
what-
means
what do
that
I
the
do?
mic only picks up when you start to talk, and if it's not sensitive enough, that we're not getting your whole sentence. So we want to make sure that we can hear everything you say.
Okay, I'm just gonna lean heavy on this mic.
There you go.
Is it-
That
I'm
sounds
just gonna
great.
stay-
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, cool.
So what will the crossover feature?
I'm not sure exactly. I mean, right now at this point it was announced, but it was sort of teased, so I'm a little afraid to mention
it. Okay.
too much. But I can tell you the story of how it happened if you want to
Yeah,
hear that.
that'd be great.
San Diego Comic-Con 2015. the Tiptons had a meeting with Sarah Gatos, running all the editor for all the Star Trek stuff, and I went out to dinner with them about 2 hours after that meeting, and found out about this possible crossover, and that's how long we've been waiting for this to happen. And then I started doing some kind of artwork, design ideas, and we, like over dinner, we talked a lot about like where we want to go with it, and then it kind of disappeared for a while, and then suddenly we got the green light. All I can tell you.
That's
No.
that's a crossover I've always wanted to see.
I will tell you this: there will be
And
no.
please make a dream come true and have them get on Klingon ships and just destroy those things. Just tear those Klingons apart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Although,
You're
no.
talking to the wrong guy, right?
well,
Yeah,
but see,
you-
wouldn't that be odd? You know how much fun it would be, Klingons with batliths going after the aliens.
No, that part's great, but the whole thing about like slaughtering Klingons sounds a little bit like Romulan propaganda to me, and I don't want to be a part of that.
Oh yeah, next you're gonna blame the Russian email hackers for saying that the Klingons got slaughtered.
They weren't Russian;
Better to
they were
see
Romulan.
Klingon versus Predator.
Klingon
I,
versus
I
Predator.
would I would say Tosk versus Predator.
That would actually be a good
Oh,
match.
interesting. Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, predators are born to hunt, and Tosk is born to run.
Yeah.
So that story would just go on forever.
Or how about Jem'Hadar versus Predator?
Yeah.
Hirogen.
Hirogen.
Yeah. Oh man. So I got to tell you
Hold
guys.
on, let me get a pencil and write some of these down because it'll eventually happen.
I got to tell you,
That
my
seems to
cat
happen
is
every
so
time we talk.
pissed at
Yeah,
me.
it's true.
She's now laying on the desk, staring at the chair I'm sitting in, and slapping her tail like, "Okay, you've been in your chair all day. It's my turn." She's so spoiled.
So he's writing it down. He's writing it down.
Hirogen versus Predator would be pretty freaking awesome.
Oh, the thing about crossovers is it opportunities are endless.
Yeah,
They haven't all been done, and even in fan fiction, they haven't all been done. And I'll say this: I'm unabashedly love crossovers, and I know that's like, as an artist, I'm supposed to go, "Oh, that's cheap. I don't like crossovers." I love crossovers.
What
it
is
just-
your
yeah.
of anything, any genre or whatever? What would be your dream crossover?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a tough question because I've got so much to think about.
I mean, dude, you did Planet of the Apes crossover. I still can't
What?
say it with a straight face.
Star Trek Planet of the Apes. Actually, though, like did you read that? It actually
No, but-
worked as both a Planet of
did.
the Apes. The
Yeah.
the problem with that crossover is the Tiptons had a challenge. They had to write something that had cynicism of Planet of the Apes, but also had the optimism of Star Trek. And how do you do that?
Yeah.
And somehow they made it work for both, which is amazing because like out of all I thought X-Men Star Trek was more realistic crossover than Planet of the
Yeah.
when they first announced it because I mean that's a dystopian future.
Yeah.
Star Trek's like the opposite of that. How are you going to make that work?
Well,
They somehow
apparently
pulled
it
that off.
did. Because people
Right
loved
on.
it.
I think
People
my
loved it.
purely comic crossover I would love to see is a Batman Daredevil team up.
Well, that would be perfect since Daredevil is like the Marvel Batman.
Right, exactly. Well, a lot of people say Moon Knight is, but I've always thought Daredevil is.
Thing is, yeah, I mean, Moon Knight would pair well with Batman too as a bat clone, I suppose. I feel like Daredevil actually has bat powers. You
Yeah.
know? Like he has radar and it's kind of like a bat thing. And I always felt like Stan Lee created him, like we need our own Batman.
And I just think it would be cool to see them working together. Or Batman and Punisher.
Well, that's been done.
Oh, it has.
Yep, that's been done twice.
Oh, I need to look back.
And
look
it
back for
was,
that. Is it available in trade paperback?
I think so.
Oh, I'm still
I
looking
think it
that
was
up.
like done in the 90s or something. It's been a while ago. I only remember one scene from it that I thought was really Joker met the Punisher. Like, oh, whatever happened to you must have happened as an adult. Because
Huh.
I've been dealing with Batman. I know he got traumatized as a child because he runs around with toys and in a costume, but you run around with a gun, and whatever happened to you happened as an adult. And I was like, wow. The
Huh.
Joker just kind of psychoanalyzed the Punisher
That's
and
pretty
Batman
cool.
at the same time.
Please tell me
Wow.
Punisher then just blew his head off.
No, never got the opportunity.
Interesting. No, I had never heard of that. Very cool.
Like I've said,
IDW has
it's
a
hard to
really
figure
good
out a crossover that hasn't been done. There are plenty to be.
Yeah, I was
Well,
going
you
to
guys
say.
definitely have a really good track record with it. I'm still surprised when I look at how well the Star Trek Green Lantern crossover went.
Right? Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a second one.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Probably won't be as good as Star Trek Aliens, but
We'll see.
I see what
friendly
you did there.
rivalry.
Logan's Run and
My Little Pony.
good one.
Flashdance.
Flashdance. There you go.
Oh
Awesome.
my.
Logan's Run and
You
Teen
turn
Titans
30
Go.
and you dance till you die.
Well, IDW does own the license to My Little Pony.
Logan's Run and Teen Titans Go.
Logan's Run and Golden Girls.
Oh,
Ooh.
writing that one down.
We have a winner.
So this is what happens at hour 14?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're starting to.
No, I'm sitting here I want to talk about things other than Star Trek with you because we talked about, you and Nick had a great conversation and I'm trying to remember, it was TV, I believe. And
Were
you
we
guys
talking
going,
sitcoms, I think?
were you talking sitcoms? Were you talking, and you were talking, well, we were talking about geek stuff. And it wasn't necessarily, yeah, I think it was just talking, it wasn't necessarily comics. And you were like, okay, I can't wait to be on so we can all talk about. And now I'm like, God, was it comics? No, it was it TV? Was it movies? And so I figured, you know what? Did we ever peg JK for the Lipton questions? That might
Hey,
generate.
if
Yeah.
JK and I pegged, that's none of your business.
Yeah, you know what? What happens in
Ooh.
Vegas?
That's true. I'm sorry.
How
Lives
He
dare
was
you.
forever
wearing
on
a
Twitter.
scant. He was wearing a scant. What can I say? I know. Oh my
Well,
God.
No,
looking
but
for
seriously, I do not
questions.
remember this conversation you're talking about.
That's okay. It's okay. We were all drinking martinis
They
and
do
beer.
have
I
a
think
lot
it-
of bars.
Yeah. It was great.
By the way, I'm putting in the chat room right now my favorite character on TV right now. And there she is.
Well, if you're looking for non-Star Trek questions,
Go for it.
JK, what's your thoughts of Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice?
Okay then.
Steve, shut up.
The thing is, I'm torn in two different directions about this. I'd be a liar if I didn't say I went to the movie and didn't enjoy it. I don't like this Superman. I don't like the pouty, emo,
Exactly.
crybaby Superman. I like the guy that rises above it all. The thing that's heroic about this character is not powers necessarily. It's just that whatever happens, he seems to rise above it, and he almost represents to me, or what's considered the greatest generation, and the sacrifice he can make, strength that he has.
Damn. I like that.
And like movies, it's just
You have to
so
get closer to
millennial.
the mic
He's just
again.
pouting and crying all the time, and I'm just feeling sorry for himself, and I that drives me nuts. And everybody talks about how these movies are dark, and that's what bothers them, and I really don't mind that. I'm an adult, I don't mind that. I don't mind complexity, but
You're just saying that it's okay to be dark. You just don't have to have a character that's morose.
yeah, I mean,
I mean-
the best example of that is when he's in the UN and a bomb goes off and people are dying all around him, and they just show him closing his eyes and going, "Ugh, poor me." You know, like it's. I feel like Superman would have at least tried to save some people.
True.
Well, he did. They just cut that scene.
Well, they cut the scene where he's helping people afterwards, but like he is pretty fast. At least, I don't know, showed
Yeah.
some effort. Like he just kind of while the explosion was going on, they showed him sighing in super speed. That bothered me. Why are you
Yeah.
sitting there sighing?
He could have jumped on the bomb and tried to, take the brunt of it himself, or any
He
number
couldn't
of different
see
things.
it. The wheelchair was coated in lead.
Okay, that's fine, but at least show him moving, like going like, "Oh my God, people are dying," or at least looking like he just kind of went like, "Ugh, this again." You know, like his attitude was kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of emo. Well,
I
like,
will say,
poor
I will
me.
say this, though.
I have to deal with all these powers I have. Oh, it's
I
such
will
a
say
burden.
this: I did enjoy Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne and Batman.
That is my favorite Batman, and he just topped Adam West, and I didn't think that would ever happen. But for me,
Wow.
that was the animated series come to life, especially like the fight scenes. I mean, it was a real Batman. It was a superhero Batman, not SWAT Batman like the Nolan version, which I know everybody loves that version. I always hated it. Didn't like all the plates or whatever the fuck that costume was.
No, it's okay.
Speaking
We
of-
totally have the rating. You can say fuck. We're good.
All right.
Speaking of Adam West,
Wh-
have you seen his return to Batman?
Oh yes, I actually just saw
Yeah?
that movie 2 days ago.
I haven't seen it yet. How'd you like it?
Oh, I loved it. Hilarious. I mean, it's exactly what you expect. And have you read the comic, Batman 66?
I haven't yet.
Okay. It's very much like that, and it's in the sense that it's very true to the Adam West Batman, but it also has a little more action. It's a little more lively because you don't
No.
have to pay stuntmen, I guess.
I will
Be
admit,
careful,
I very
Robin.
much.
Jaywalking at night can be very dangerous. To the crosswalk.
I will
Was
admit,
awesome.
I very much enjoyed Suicide Squad.
What's that?
I very much enjoyed Suicide Squad.
See, that's one I can't talk. I have not seen that yet, and I'm because of deadlines, I missed that movie. I don't have the time.
Kevin Smith said, and I can't help but agree with him, it is the superhero movie made for the Hot Topic crowd, and it works.
Well,
And first of all, Margot Robbie, I didn't think she would be near as awesome in it as she is. She's just amazing in it. But it's not. I mean, of course, there's no sunlight in it because why would a DC movie have sunlight in it?
of course.
But it's still more upbeat than Man of Steel or Batman versus Superman, and
I find
I-
that ironic because here's a movie that could be dark.
right, and it
There's
has
plenty of
genuine
sunlight in the movie.
Stop it. It's got plenty of surprises in it, and Ben Affleck actually has some pretty good cameo spots in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you actually see Batman involved in it, and I'm gonna say this now: Heath Ledger's Joker stands on a level all its own to me.
Sure.
It's there. Jared
Slightly
Leto's-
below Mark Hamill.
Yeah, I don't count that because that the animated series is the most amazing Batman.
There is no
Um,
comparison for Mark Hamill.
But I'm gonna tell you, Jared Leto's Joker, maybe my favorite Joker.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
definitely my girlfriend's favorite. She is obsessed.
The pure evil in it is amazing, but yet, in the animated series, Joker, Harley is in love with him, but he just uses her like a toy. He's not really
Yeah.
in love with her. In this movie, he's in love with her, and it works. And they have the iconic cover of her in the Harley Quinn outfit, and him, the one where they're dancing and they're in the spotlight. That's recreated in there, and you see how stupid it would look on screen, but it's recreated in there as kind of a
Are you
montage.
referring to like the Alex Ross painting? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get to see she has the hammer at one point. She pulls out all of her stuff at different points, and it's really well done.
Oh,
I enjoyed it tremendously.
I
I'm-
And
heard.
Will Smith really good in it.
Yeah.
I do have a question. Have you been following the new season of Supergirl?
Yes, actually.
Oh God, she's the best.
I enjoy that show except for the millennial perspective on people my age.
Mm.
And I guess that's just being an old guy. I don't know.
I'm sorry that,
But like
that
all the like hardworking normal people are casted. All the entitled young people. And
you're
that's
breaking up
kind-
again.
Huh?
You're breaking up again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I backed away from the microphone. I have to swallow this microphone to talk to you guys, or I break
That's
up.
what she said.
Wow.
But yeah, I've been really enjoying Supergirl, except for the.
I am sorry that Cat Grant is gone.
I liked her,
Yeah, me too.
and she's an example of like somebody from my generation that's kind of cast as the bad guy, But
But she wasn't those last couple of episodes. I really love the dynamic.
yeah, and
that
then
it
that's how I
started.
knew she was leaving.
Yeah,
Because when when they changed the character that drastically, and she drops her shields to use a Star Trek metaphor, and kind of like connects with the Kara character, and I'm thinking like, oh,
Kara.
she's gone. Kara, yeah, yeah. At that point, I'm going like, where are they going to go from here? They can't be buddies because that's her boss, and that's kind of when I knew. And I also heard, that was when it was still at CBS when the character changed like that, and I knew it was going to the WB, and I'm thinking like, I think maybe he didn't get the contract or something. I knew that character was leaving, and I hope she comes back.
well, I seriously have been crushing since episode 1 on Melissa Benoist.
Well,
She
The-
just is so fun, and that's I think what sets that show apart from others is she's having a blast. And when they did the crossover with the Flash, it was
Oh,
just
that was
they
my
were
favorite.
giddy. They were giddy. You could
Yep.
see they honestly were just excited.
Well, it was just I loved it because we were there with them. Like we were
Yeah.
excited, and they were like reflecting our own excitement, and it was just kind of like, let's just have fun with this episode. And
She smiled throughout that whole episode. Like she just couldn't help it.
I loved it. Yeah, and I loved how the Flash was like, "You're an alien,"
Yeah.
like, and they were just so excited to be in each other's world, and yeah, I mean that's kind of what I want. That's kind of what I started reading comics for. That's the kind of thing that excited me.
And Kara is the exact opposite of Clark and Superman in the Man of Steel movies. She's uplifting. She is heroic. She's a role model. She's all of those things that he's not in the movies.
Yeah,
And the
Yeah,
guy
I mean-
that's playing him now in the series, I hate Superman. I hate Superman with a passion. But that guy made me like Superman in that series.
and to me, that's what Superman should be.
Yeah.
He should be like kind of the guy that can't. I don't want to say the guy that can't fail because that's kind of boring, but I mean the guy that is just likable. I mean
When
and-
he showed up next to her on the plane and he was like, "Need a hand?" Goosebumps.
Yeah. Yep. Well, what about when he like saved the kid and turned around and winked at him?
Yeah.
To me,
yeah.
that's the Superman I want. And I know everybody. I mean, Superman's changed over the years, and there's a different Superman for everybody depending on, what your favorite run was. But to me, that's kind of the Superman I want. I want the guy that like can do anything and chooses really nice. I mean, because he could be a tyrant if he wanted to. He
Yeah.
has the power.
the reason why I
And he
brought
is
up,
an injustice.
the reason why I had brought up Supergirl was comparing the Superman from the films and then to the Superman that was introduced in Supergirl just recently.
Right.
They're quite different. How do you feel about the Superman that's being portrayed in there?
Yeah, that's
on
what we
the
were
TV
just
show.
saying.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's-
had Mike's ear to the side.
sorry.
Oh.
No, Mike,
Yeah,
we
I
were
mean,
just
I
saying that the Superman on the Supergirl is the Superman that we love.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I
Sorry.
mean,
Just distracted
No, that's okay.
and tired.
Yeah, I hear that.
only 10 more hours to go.
No,
Yeah.
it's not even that. We're just, behind the scenes scheduling and stuff like that. So sorry, gentlemen. I was being mean. I took Mikey away and he came back and he didn't get to hear what you said.
Yeah. So yeah, surprises. Anyways, but yeah,
And
I
and
love the
Miss
Superman that's currently being portrayed in Supergirl. I
yeah.
think he hits all the check marks
Yeah.
for what should be a Superman, and I am very pleased. And I wish the Superman in the film was more like him, but yeah, he comes across as like Nick says, Superman's a dick.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Superman's argument with John Jones in Supergirl is a valid argument.
sure.
And how happy were you to see McGann at the end of that episode?
Oh, that was great.
When I watched Young Justice, who is not in love with her?
Anyone? But yeah,
I'm not a part of this conversation because I don't watch.
Oh, Terry, you really should watch Young Justice. I really think
I
you would like it.
know, I know. I just, me. I like have one show, two shows in sports, man. That's me.
there's
You can
way
always
too
give
many
up
shows out
sports.
there to limit it to 2.
Well, it's just timing. It's just
I
a
know.
time thing. It's not that but yeah, I would love to be able to watch some more TV, but
I
haven't
work
had a
20-hour days. I struggle with that stuff.
Yeah,
Like
I
there's
know.
so much good TV now, and I can't
Yeah.
catch it all. You know?
Whoever thought we would say something like that 5 years ago, huh?
Right? Because it was all
Um,
shit TV in the 80s
It
and
was.
the
It was
90s.
horrible. I was like, oh God, no. Yeah, it was 5 years ago. I would have found it a lot easier to cut the cord.
Yep.
But now that scripted TV is coming back, and we're finally getting some great genre stuff. I
The
can
great
see
thing
it.
is, too, it's much easier to record. We don't have cassettes anymore. We can play it
Yes.
digitally.
Yes.
Very true. Very,
So
very true.
I have probably like 3 weeks of TV stored up that I need to watch eventually.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you subscribe to any subscription channels like Netflix or anything like that?
Netflix, yes, and
Yeah.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I have
Did you
DirecTV,
see The
so-
Man in the High Tower?
Huh?
Have you watched The Man in the High Tower?
Not yet, but yeah, it's on my list.
Yeah, I think Mike agrees with me. It's definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm very
it was
excited
very
about that.
interesting.
So what's that?
Oh, I said it's very interesting.
Yeah. Well, I don't want you to spoil it for me, but is it as great as I think it is? 'Cause-
Yes.
Okay. I didn't think it could possibly live up to my expectations, but when I first heard about it, I'm like, oh.
Oh, it is. It is. I hadn't heard of it. Mikey told me about it, and it was. And then somebody else told me about it, and they finished it before I did. And they sent me a text and were like, "Dude, what the fuck with the ending?" And when I saw the ending, I was like, "Oh, that is fantastic." So yeah, I think you're gonna like it.
All right. Yeah, it's definitely on my list.
Oops, sorry. Very cool. What other?
Oops, that's the
what-
wrong one.
What? What?
I'm sorry. I put a picture of me and Rochelle Davis, and I meant to put something else. That's Rochelle.
You gotta
Davis
watch out.
from-
That's how.
Yeah, believe me. That's Rochelle Davis from The Crow.
Oh, very cool.
She was the 12-year-old girl in The Crow.
Oh,
What
wow.
are you guys talking about?
Oh, the
In our
picture in the
chat
chat room. We have a chat room. We have an IRC chat room that we now have 26 people in. And,
Oh.
yeah, listening
Can I get
to
how
us
do I
live.
get there? Like, how do I do that?
Oh, you go straight to the gntshow.com, click on streaming, and it'll be right there. And so, yay.
Here's the link. I just put it into the TeamSpeak chat.
TeamSpeak. And so, yeah, we have a live audience for this and everything. And I can't believe that some of them are still awake, even
I'm
though they're on the.
Incredibly impressed by Lady Renegade's staying power.
Well, I'll tell you, you guys are on. It's
I shouldn't be.
what is it? It's going on 2:00 in the morning your time. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, indeed.
Oh.
And I just put a picture of Gal Gadot in the chat room because why not?
You know what's funny is I saw a picture with her with Linda Carter last week.
Really? Oh, well,
Oh,
Terry,
was that
Linda
the
Carter.
UN thing?
Linda
What?
Carter played the president on Supergirl.
It was no, and I'm not sure, but it was with Gal Gadot and the two of them together,
You know what
and it
that
was
was?
huh.
They got a Wonder Woman got an
Oh,
ambassadorship at the UN,
at the
and
UN. That's
yeah,
Chase Masterson was there and everything. That's right.
that's where that picture came from. Yeah, I was like, Phil Jimenez was there. Like a lot of my friends from comics that worked on Wonder Woman were there. It was, that was
JK, did you
crazy.
catch the little visual nod to Linda Carter, Wonder Woman in last week's Supergirl when she was on fire?
Yes, of course.
I
Yeah.
loved it.
Yep, that was the
Terry,
first thing
she
I thought. I
spun
was like,
around
I
like
got
Linda
that.
Carter did when she changed into Wonder Woman. Supergirl
pirouette.
spun around like that to put the flames out.
That's great.
And there was also the plane nod. You should
Yes.
see
oh,
my
yeah.
other plane.
You should see my other plane. Because Linda Carter's the president, and Supergirl was fangirling over her, and then she got to go on Air Force One, and the president said, "You should see my other plane."
That's great.
awesome.
The joke is, of course, you can't see it. It's visible.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a great picture. I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna put it in the chat room. And but it was the first time that I ever really looked at them side by side, and I realized, oh my God, they could very much. They're so beautiful.
Who's this? Gal Gadot and Linda
And
Carter?
and yeah, with them together. Let me see if I can.
Gal Gadot is she's stunning. When I saw her in the trailer for
And
Keeping
by
Up
the
with
way,
the
does she pronounce it
Joneses.
Godot or Godot?
When I saw her on
Probably
Jimmy
Godot.
Fallon, it was
That's what I
Gadot.
thought. Thank you.
No, she was introduced as Gadot
Who
on the
was?
talk shows.
Oh, on the top. Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
because
Interesting.
I was saying Godot as well.
Well,
Because with
now
the
we know.
Hebrew pronunciation, it would be Godot.
Yeah, it's a good Jewish girl there.
Oi.
There it is. Okay.
And people wonder
All
why
right. I
I'm a fan
posted.
of
I
Jewish
posted the
women.
picture of the two of them together at the UN.
Oh,
tribute
that's a
to-
great photo. They
Isn't
do
that
look
beautiful?
alike.
Yeah. Really, really cool.
She's tall too. Gal
Yeah.
Gadot.
So it's just very,
Linda Carter
Very
looks
neat.
amazing.
doesn't she? She's
How
totally.
old is she now?
She-
Like 70?
Like her and Keith Richards made a deal with the devil.
Okay, yeah.
He's
but
still
Keith
alive,
Richards
and
did-
she hasn't aged.
Keith
you know.
Richards looks like Skeletor. Okay.
Huh?
Keith Richards looks like Skeletor.
David
Of
Bowie's
course he does,
dead.
but he's
and
still alive. He should have been dead at 25.
Yeah,
David
that's
Bowie's
true.
dead, and Keith Richards is still alive. What the hell is wrong with
There's
her?
no justice.
No, just
That is weird.
all right.
All right.
No,
Hey,
we're-
do we want to do a quick timeout for a reset?
yeah, I think we do. And JK, you're welcome to stick with us. We do
We just
have
need to reset for technical issues.
we have to reset for technical issues. We got a whole bunch of amazing people in the room, and hopefully soon we'll get to talk to them too. We got Scott Ostrowski and the guys from the Sports
Oh
Show,
God, I almost spit my soda. out.
and we also have Larry Nemechek.
God.
I know he's in the welcome room. So
To the guys from the O Sports Show, we are so sorry.
oh my God,
This is like a comedian booking Letterman 3 nights in a row and getting bumped every night.
this is so horrible. So we do have Larry Nemechek coming up. So we are going to take our hour tech break, reset things, and we'll be back in a few.
Music for the GNT show is provided by 5 Year Mission, Enterprise Blues Band, Warp 11, Andrew Allen, and Grethor. The GNT show is a BLB production.
Move ahead, warp factor 10.